Hello, welcome back to the Bio Shorts. This is Reigns, Her Majesty. It's a game developed by Nerial Synaptic Insight Technology Systems, published by Devolver Digital, who you'll remember from games as Enter the Gungeon. I know a little bit about this game because I've seen some footage about the first one, which was just Reigns, where you actually played as the king. For those not aware, the game is pretty simple. All you need to do is swipe left or right. Yep. And try not to get murdered or stuff like that by swiping left or right and making the right decisions. Anyway, it's probably easier to just jump in and we'll see how things go. Alright. Your court awaits. Rule at least 5 years. Okay. So the previous one had you succeed yourself every time you died and you were meant to get to the end or something. Like I said, I've seen minimal footage of it, of the prequel, and I know little to nothing about this one, but I'm assuming it's pretty much going to play out the same way. Alright, let's hit next. Okay. What a splendid wedding that was. How does it feel to be my queen? Great. Alright, now we don't have that silly ticking. Yeah, it is indeed similar to the previous one. Here are your, I don't know, resources or something, I guess. You got your church, your populace, your military, and your funds. If either of these goes to the top or the bottom, you lose the game. So you have to, like, keep them balanced, so to say. Give me a sec, because people are yelling at me. Wonderful, isn't it? And welcome to post-commentary, because once again, I forgot to unmute my mic. Anyway, it's probably fine, because I just have to say what's on the cards. Anyway, it's generally what I did here. Unfortunately, it's for the entire episode. Alright, well, let's get to it. I really should start learning about how to do that. Or more like not do that. Alright, well, let's get to it, shall we? Once the next card starts, I guess. You shall be pious yet flexible, populous yet royal, mighty yet peaceful, wealthy yet humble. So that's an explanation of the stats there. You can see the orbs dictating what they will affect. They don't tell you how, they do sort of tell you by how much, depending on the size of the orb. And it's what if your subjects could be allowed to see inside the palace if they pay. Good idea. Or maybe not. Apparently I'm explaining something here. Which is probably the amount of years that you've reigned. Either way, you have the choice between keep them out or good idea. You can tell that they affect our military and our popularity. You can sort of guess how they will affect it, but at the end of the line it's still just a guessing game. So, you know, you kind of have to guess. Meaning you'll probably make bad choices to keep things from overflowing or depleting. But, you know, there's not much you can do about that. You just have to roll with it. Last new queen, let me show you how low I can go. Watch this, here I go. Keep going, or please don't. Like to be face down, okay. I'm Stefania the Croquis, your court chamberlain and master of ceremony. He looks kind of fun, doesn't he? Interesting stash. Here we end up going with the board. Course, folk are simple, heathen, superstitious. They think red things means bad omens. I see, or how stupid. I think I go with, yeah. Forgive me, but your bosoms are rolling like melons in your gown. I beg you, please conceal them. You have a choice between yes or no. So you can sort of guess. Yes will give us more piety, which is what I went with here. Lesser Duke said, rude things about my family vineyard. Would Her Majesty chastise him on our behalf? Can you go with yes? No, I'm dangling dangerously. I'm getting full on military. We ruled 5 years. His Majesty invited 2 rival lords to our banquet. There'll be duels all night and a mess. What to do? In that case, like you see at the bottom are objectives. You start off with 1, but you usually end up with getting 3 per run. They carry over to next runs, of course. I have no idea what I'm trying to tell people here, but you know. Anyway, you have a choice between oh well and give me ideas.
Let's
extend the invite to all your ladies in waiting. Their charms could smooth things over. What else? Or do it. Was there a green dress on your public walk your match? You remember the country folk find red impure. I think this is where I may have screwed it up. We'll see or okay. Should have gone with we'll see here. Majesty, will you write to each noble family to thank them for their support? There are only 200 or so. Choice between... No. No. Will you wear the red gown or the green gown for your public stroll today? So yeah, military is getting rather dangerous. Green is King's royal hue. It rouses our fortitude. Sometimes you just can't win. And we'll see that many more times. Something that's made us into king to be feared. I must guard you from our enemies at all costs. Usually when you get the choice between what or what, you know, well, fun game. And indeed here our military rose to the top, which means... You left some years locked in a tower room alone. By the time you die, you've forgotten how to speak. 10 years. Could be worse, right? You only need 5 to begin with. Mr. C, the mechanic. Recruit the acolytes, perform the coronation rite, investigate the locked tower. Tomorrow the maiden's grotesque end will forever be the stuff of whisperers. Queen Callista was chosen to string ties with the West. She may not be welcomed in her new land. So yeah, start things over knowing how certain cards affect things. Said our local chaplain is in disrepair. The cardinal will be angry. Please give us money to restore it. So going with yes here will increase our piety, lower our money. Saying no will do the opposite. Coronation day approaches, sweet queen. May I instruct you in the coronation rite?
Yeah, this lich boat.
Please do. 1 step forward and 2 steps back. And clap your hands softly and spray your charming perfume. And there's our first item. Charming scent of royalty may win some of people's hearts.
Push on toads.
Time to officially crown a new queen. She will of course perform the coronation rite. Let's get to it. Take the first step forward. Next to you, take 2 steps back. Now you must clap softly. Now for final, spray the perfume of your royal scent. This is where I had no idea on how to do that, so we'll get to see that here. Simply drag the perfume onto my face to spray me with royal charm. Yeah, that's definitely not weird. My queen, how perfect you look, how well you did. My eyes are burning, that's how charmed I am. That should be the coronation rite taken care of. So usually you had things back there that could prevent you from disaster at the bottom. Now it's apparently items. Let go now. And your gown in gold thread or plain, your highness. Colonel would rather see you look sure, but glamour always wins the hearts of people. As you can see, we're not doing quite well on the hearts of people there. Someone said a bouquet of red poppies for you, but I don't know who. Do you want them? No or yes. And we chose wrong. The card says, congratulations from the Lady of the Wood, and now our populace has grown, well, shrunk to be depleted, or at least it seems that way. You can be like at 1 and it's hard to spot. Answer flashing your fist today, we the people rise to seize your means of respiration. So indeed here it did get depleted, and we managed to survive an entire 6 years. Dragged to the city streets amid revelry and uprising, you try not to lose your head, but it happens anyway. Yeah, these things happen, I guess. A 6-year-old queen. Queen is dead. So we move on to the next one. Elizabeth, our third queen. Blessed the graceful died, and famously her name forever meaning cruelty. Queen Elizabeth comes to the throne at a time of national discontent and simmering aggression. Smell of dirt is in the air, meat is in my heart. Oh, how long to hunt. You don't mind if I go, do you, dear? We got a choice between just go and what about me? We should just, just go. We'll even lay to the wood. I still leave petals on my windowsill for her sometimes. Queen, my queen, the king has been injured on the hunt. It's ghastly. Who's responsible? King's huntsman is summoned to explain. It's not to be properly introduced, my queen. Your loveliness outshines even the legends. Aww. Silence, lackey. We needed to dip our popularity. Yes, my lady, the king will be fine. His heroic ambitions again exceed his noble ability is all. So he's been clumsy. So we just laugh at it. As the king's pulled muscle, he soon returns to his usual fitness. Yes, my lady, the king will be fine. Yeah, okay. So you plan to make actual decisions here. Isn't that a bit bold from a young queen? Choice between watch yourself and, I suppose, we need to lower our populace a bit. I suppose I confessional this type of behavior from a queen. People are gossiping. You are gossiping or silence, fool. What's this ragged? You'd better away my wife. What harm can it do? I have a choice between my love and harm. After all, she had to be a god to have any real power here in my kingdom. Carry on, darling. Wow, thanks. New crown is so lovely, why not throw a coronation ball to impress the gentry? Sure. Coronation ball today, great idea, my queen. All you ladies look very nice indeed. And what about me or yes? Can't contain myself, need to go dance around. I think I'll go with be a lady to lower our populace and increase our piety. We'll get some extra cards shuffled into the deck because we recruited the acolyte. And have this dance, your highness. Why, yes. Take your hand steps closer to spring. Been sent by Lady the Wood to teach you of the All-Mother. This land needs a new queen of the old ways. Interesting, or who let you in? And I picked Portland. I simply can't allow a scandalous queen like you to remain on the throne. Your heathen ways spell treason. Again, the double what's mean. Well, you fudged it up. Cardinal conspires to have you found guilty of witchcraft. It's he who puts the first torch to your stake. How rude. Creepy. This is kind of like the overarching story that goes along. We had a similar thing in the first one. There's nothing wrong with your screen. It's meant to be glitchy. We still die, of course. Time for the next one. Mercedes, which is a car. Queen Mercedes steps into rule a divided land with polarized expectations resting upon her. Cattle have a strange disease. I long to milk a cow again. Please let me milk the royal dairy cow. I know now that icon is a thing that happens because we are the correct zodiac sign. My lady, since I've been your dear servant so far, may I beg a favor? Of course. Or you could beg. Please let me secretly borrow the king's royal seal. My poor old brother's in the church prison and needs a pardon. Go for it. Some royal funds vanish and end up in the church coffers. Was it Countess Laurentia? Court is foul with wine and men with stained mouths. Chase your ladies. Why not abolish drink? We knew this was going to go bad for the popularity and probably good for our church. So I don't think I end up taking that. It's a miracle touching your beautiful royal cow seems to have healed all our animals. Let us pay your grace a tribute. Money! But that might end up putting our popularity at its max. Your lovely Majesty, I, your pitiful friend, again beg you to use the king's seal for the good of the realm. Guards. Just save myself from death. Dear servant, aren't I? Have been so helpful. Explain thyself. I confess I brought the seal to the cardinal at his bidding. Beware, for many are on his side. The church will rise. Hang her or be gone. Countess Laurentia is exiled, but the church denies wrongdoing. What a surprise. I've guests from your country to the west tonight. My queen, will you teach me how to make the right impression? Sure. Or do your own job. Don't worry, I've already been warned about the one thing I must never do, which is refuse food. Can't think of else to ask. I suppose I must be all ready for the visit. Good luck. Of course, everything you told him was wrong. Good thing we only told him one thing. Is that nightmare that God wasn't real? I'm shaking. Should we pray? This is a bit of a tough spot. If it lowers, both can end up in a problem. Either it lowers our piety or lowers our military. The village surrounds the Lady of the Woods Temple in the deep forest. There, men honor us. Sounds great. Or impossible. And I went with impossible because I think it may have lowered our popularity. King may allow your girlish ideas, but take care not to cross the church. You have no use for a domineering woman. Of course, or cross. Get it. That evens out a bit. Because if the royal family is doomed in this land, we should never have taken a foreign queen. Our military dipped. The city is sacked and you married an invading general in exchange for peace. He will never understand you. Queen's dead once again. But that shouldn't stop us. To the next one. Mercedes the Keen died in bitterness, her crown forever disputed. Queen Christine starts her reign in a time of great class tension. Her coronation is resented. Guard from the Easter delegation was so creepy to me just now. Please, lady, end their visit early. We have a choice between nope and yep. And I went with nope. The acolytes need silence to do our sacred rites. Will you build me a tower in your palace? Yes, of course. Stars are final in perfect alignment. It's time to establish a center for philosophy and enlightenment in this kingdom. So this replaces the disaster prevention items. Center for Philosophy, a widely regarded hall of philosophical study and enlightenment. Nice. Kitty! Are You the Devil is a bit of a wink and a nudge to the dog we had in the first Reigns game. Where a devil used to contact you in the form of a dog or something, I believe. Somehow she still seems dissatisfied with you. cats, right?
Cities and Wozingen?
So look kindly on your communication in these times. Write to your family about the Allmother? Yes. Or no. But yes. Judge had to pay me to spy on my master the king, but I refuse, of course, since then my pockets have ached. Unfortunately, we can't really pay you money. So, oh well. So he's nice coming from one of the towers could be the presence of a demon, but this is also our way into the investigate the locked tower. So, yeah, let's go into our pure house. We can use a little bit extra piety. A spooky tower has been empty for a year. Someone should investigate. You climb a dark forgotten tower and open the door. Bizarre enlightenment.
Arito. Tianya.
I'm the palace doctor, at least I think I am. And you are... You don't know, or the queen. Apologies, your grace. I must have been locked in my lab for a very, very long time. How long, or get back in there? Well, I live on specimen jars and plentiful humors. Now I'm ready to create a new age of science. You're a doctor, or sounds good. Some old royal cousin thinks he has a claim to the throne. What would it be like to be married to someone different? They're all the same, or better. You don't have to worry about our popularity. The cardinal intercepted the letter you wrote. It was full of obscene and heathen things. Explain yourself. Choice between it was art. Executioner. It was art. Wild cards outside bearing gifts for our beloved queen. They're tearing the drawbridge down, which is the bad stuff that happens when popularity goes to full. Can't do double what's, but... Not here for the queen. They're students of my Center of Philosophy here to attend one of my lectures. Relieved. So yes, our building we just built already helps us out. Fire destroyed a renowned stable. Will you express your financial sympathies to the owners? Nope, because we don't have any money. Making a huge book of all my prognostications and scientific wisdom. Want to hear some? Yes. Or no. Or yes. And that depths our money and our piety. 1 in 6 white goats are stillborn in a year, then there will be an earthquake. Count the goats. No. The flagrant expenses have left our kingdom destitute. I guess we'd better escape. Money dipped to 0. Sad hounds are the ones who bade you chase you into the woods. You are never entirely found. You know, just some fingers, maybe some plucks of hair. You know, bits and bobs. That's another queen dead. Though we did reign for 13 years, which isn't all that bad, I must say. In any case, that is going to do it for this episode. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you're still enjoying the series. Feel free to show support by commenting, liking, or subscribing if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye, everyone.